maybe the idea that I will share with you now is very dangerous. Just invented a tool that can totally destroy your reputation, but at the same time that can enormously help you if you do it right. I don't know whether it will do the first thing or the second thing with me, but maybe it's worth trying. This thing is called radical funnel. How does it work? You know, with the most creators that pop up now, public figures with the most thinkers and doers who are expressing their opinions, their statements, most of people who do actually create things in the world nowadays are people who share, as it seems first, quite radical opinions. And they get a lot of both hate and also a lot of love for doing this. It is not probably the best thing to do, but a radical funnel works like this. You get the most human eyes, you get the most attention by sharing more radical thoughts, by sharing more polished, more controversial, more black and white statements. You truly try to divide the world by black and white in your measures, in your system of thinking. I can say that I like this idea, and maybe the idea that I share now is very dangerous. The idea is that when you try to share, you create something valuable, something worthy, to gain the most eyes on it, to get the more traction, as it seems nowadays, is to state the most controversial things possible, the most radical things. You divide the world by black and white. It is not just about being polarizing. It's not just about having black and white opinions. You need to have second and third layers of this radical funnel. Second layer of the funnel works in a way that you actually have deeper thoughts. You have thoughts that are more nuanced. You have beliefs that are not so black and white. And you also share them, but only with those people who are viewing those first layers of a funnel. That way, you automatically lose a bit of people, but you gain a lot more. This is why it's a funnel. It works like this. You start here, you get the more eyes, more people looking at this. And then from those people, you start to narrow down. Not only by a certain niche, but with your opinions. They become more elaborated. They become more nuanced. They become more realistic, I would say. Less polarizing. Polarizing. On the third level of a funnel is your main idea, your main goal, the thing that you actually love, the thing that you want to change. And it is the most valuable thing, because this first level and this second level, they are not really important. They don't really have that positive impact that you would like to see, both on you yourself, on people close to you, and on other people as well. Only this third level and only the existence of this positive program is something that will get you that traction. It is that core. We may also think about this funnel as this multi-level core, and in its center is the idea. It should be very constructive. It should build things and not destroy them. On the second level is a more nuanced opinion, and on the outer level is this black and white stuff, this black and white bullshit, basically, that you can say, that somehow expresses your opinion as well, that you kind of believe in, but that is very, very polarizing. I don't know whether you should do a thing like this. I don't know whether it's a good idea. It can really destroy your reputation, your mental health, your connections to people. That's why I'm very hesitant to doing this myself. And there are a couple of examples that I want to mention. For example, when rappers do diss tracks, they get a lot of attention to them, but they usually don't have a certain core, certain idea that is behind them. That is why they fall flat at the end. When I make YouTube videos, most popular videos of mine are usually somehow also disses. For example, deconstruction of Apple and of Vision Pro, and I proven to be right in it actually. And I try to spread a very certain idea with it, and it clicked with the audience, and I understand that okay, it is good. And then when you look at media, of course, why media covers stories in this polarizing way? Because it gets more attention, because people then read more. Why clickbait is a thing? Also because of the same thing, but you need to remember that something needs to stand behind it. You should have a core. You should have a continuation of this funnel. You should and you can get your opinion more nuanced, and then you can spread a very certain idea with it, or a certain set of ideas, or a certain approach. And that is a way in which this very dangerous thought, this very dangerous idea can actually construct things and not only deconstruct them. That is the way that we can create with this certain idea, and not just to distract and not just to polarize. That is a thing. That is important. Do with this idea as you will. Please do not do things that destroy. Do not destroy other people. Do not do things out of hate. I know that people also do a lot of bad things out of love, out of opinion that they know better. Don't be such a person. Be sure in your beliefs, but also be sure to do dogma check, to check your dogmas and not to become too straightforward with them, because this also may lead you not into beautiful places. But see whether this idea can help you at times, whether maybe it is a right step to do it sometimes. And you see, when I'm talking now, I'm also trying to get more nuanced with time. But I don't know whether I should. Maybe a more right thing would be, there is absolutely this approach. Look how it is done in the world. Look how different known people who actually do things use this similar approach. But it's also a framework. Again, like many things that I share, it's a framework at looking at things. You can look at things different ways, and my mission here is to make you look at the world in very different ways and different perspectives. As I often say, I love to shift perspectives. I love to change people's minds. And I love for you to try different other frameworks to work with this world, to see this world, to create things for this world. Maybe in that way it will be helpful, and that is why I try to share it now. I now create a physical operating system that can help you do almost any task, or aid almost any task, just with any notebook, just with writing. Its mission is also to create new perspectives on doing everyday things, that you can not just wake up and sit in your computer the whole day, or do your work only in one exact way, but to create other ways to do things and other ways to create, to do work, to do everyday things, to do things at home, to communicate, etc. I often now do events, often do brainstorms and master classes on using this system. Now it is mostly for free. I just spread the knowledge, I spread ideas, and I would love to talk to you. That is why I advise you to visit that Calendly link that I've put in the description. I would really love to talk to you and to get to know you better, and maybe to see how I can help you, what I can help you with, how to use this approach, this physical operating system that can help you sit at your computer less, use your creativity more, and do things in more fun and curious ways. So with that, I want to end for today. Again, be very careful and cautious with this idea that I shared with you today, it may be something obvious, but look at it in this funnel way or in this core way, and try to see how it is applied in this world, and how you can also create things and not destroy things by using it. So take care. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.